Aloha. Rabbi Benny here again with another installment number 6 of an explanation of all that seems to be. I want to talk today about loops, the human condition. I had this revelation. Check it out. The human condition, I can see at least 3 different loops that we seem to be caught in as human beings. One loop is this idea of perception, the idea that the world you see is actually an outward picturing of an inward state of your mind. It's what dreaming is. The world that you see is not really seeing, it's projection, it's dreaming, it's an outward picturing of an inward state of your mind. And so quantum now says that the observer has a direct influence on that which is being observed. Of course, it's a projection of your mind, it's your dream. And so you make a world, you project it out there, and it seems to be out there, and so what you're seeing, you're influencing what you're seeing, but what you're seeing is also influencing you, so there's the loop. You make a world and you adjust to it, and it adjusts to you. How to get off of that loop? You get off of that loop by not giving it any meaning at all. You don't judge it at all. You don't let the world that you see influence you. You are influencing the world that you see, but you stop the loop, you get off the loop by not giving it any meaning. So the world that you see is no longer influencing you. You're not giving it any meaning at all. Another loop that I see us caught in the human condition is this loop of linear time. What we do as human beings is we project the past out into the future. And so our lives from day to day is just more same old, same old. We're never now, we're never in the moment. We're always taking the past and projecting it out into the future. The way to get off of that loop of linear time, of course, is to forgive the past. You forgive this moment immediately. Real-time forgiveness. Real-time forgiveness means that you take nothing from the last moment with you into the next moment. You be present in the now. And it's only in the now that you find that window out of the time continuum into eternity. Eternity is not a long time. Eternity is not a time continuum at all. The deep peace of eternity is so deep because it is changeless. Change requires time. So to get off of the loop of linear time requires real-time forgiveness or total detachment, as other traditions might teach it, which is a matter of letting each moment go and not bringing it with you into the next moment. The other loop that I see us caught in is this loop of relationship loops, karmic links. It's the idea that inherent in the human condition, I spoke of this in earlier videos, inherent in the human condition is the guilt of denying the wholeness of reality so that you can be a separate mind contained in a separate body, so that you can be separate. So inherent in the human condition is guilt. We have to live with ourselves. We don't like the guilt. The guilt is uncomfortable, and so we project it out there onto others that we have peopled our world with. So now we have others in our world that we can make them more guilty so that we can feel a little less guilty. And so here's how the leap works, the loop. I see somebody out there that seems to have treated me unfairly, so I have a grievance and that other person has guilt. There's the dynamic. The dynamic is in place. The other person has some guilt about treating me unfairly. I have a grievance. It's all my dream. I've set it all up. And the dynamic is in place, so I act out my grievance and whack. I attack the one that I have a grievance against. Now, I'm feeling a little guilty about what I've done, and the other one is feeling a grievance against me for having been attacked by me. Now the dynamic is in place. This is the karmic link. Now, the other one is acting out on the grievance that they have against me, and whack, attacks me. Now there's some guilt on the part of the other one, and there's a grievance on the part of me. There's that karmic link established firmly, and on it goes, and so I act out on my grievance, and whack. And we go on like this for thousands of years. I attack you, you attack me, I attack you, you attack me. And along comes a teacher and he says, hey, why don't you try doing something different? Do you want to keep doing that for another 1,000 years? Try doing something radically different than what you've done before, or you'll just be caught in that loop forever. He says, this teacher says, try turning the other cheek. Try loving your enemy instead of attacking your enemy. Do something different. But turning the other cheek is more than you might think that it is, because if you attack me and I show you that I have been hurt or harmed in any way, then simply by demonstrating to you that you have hurt me, I am laying a guilt trip on you. I'm saying, see, what you have done has harmed me. And so I'm actually perpetuating the loop by being hurt by you. In order to truly turn the other cheek, I have to come in touch, I have to come into alignment with my invulnerability so that I can demonstrate to you that there is nothing you can do to harm me. And because you cannot harm me, your attack makes no sense at all. There is no result to attacking me. And there is no justification for you feeling guilty because I haven't been harmed. And so the dynamic is destroyed, the karmic link is no longer there. In order to break that karmic link, to bring an end to that loop, I have to love you, I have to turn the other cheek and love you unconditionally. So there you have it. There you have the three loops. There's that loop of perception, of making a world that I see and it adjusting to me and me adjusting to it, and the only way to get off of that loop is to let it all be meaningless, not let the world that I see influence me at all. None of it means anything. The way to get off of the loop of linear time is basically forgiveness. You don't bring the last moment with you into the next. You let it go immediately. The way to get off of that relationship loop, those karmic links, is to turn the other cheek, demonstrate invulnerability and unconditional love of your enemy. That's it. I love you.